Assalamu alaikum students, I'm Ms. Shagufta Jafar, working at Bahria College Karachi, Majid Asari campus. Students, the topic which we are going to study is atomic hydrogen. Again, I have taken this topic from chapter 2, atomic hydrogen. Mostly in the paper, the notes on atomic hydrogen is coming in the previous paper. So what we'll study about atomic hydrogen, we'll check what atomic hydrogen is, how it is prepared, and what are the chemical properties of the atomic hydrogen, and plus what are the uses of the atomic hydrogen. So let's start with the definition of the atomic hydrogen and the concept also. Actually, the ordinary hydrogen exists as a diatomic molecule, therefore it is called as molecular hydrogen. The two atoms in a molecule of the hydrogen are held together by the shared pair of the electron, known as covalent bond, having very high bond energy, that is 104 kilocalories per mole. What does it mean? It means that hydrogen actually is present in the molecular form. That means hydrogen mostly exists as a diatomic molecule and its aromaticity is 2, and there is a very high bond energy between these two atoms, which are joined together by a single covalent bond. And single covalent bond, why? Because both the hydrogen have one electron in their outermost shell, so both are sharing one electron, and the bond is formed by the mutual sharing of the one electron pair. That's why there's a single covalent bond between two hydrogen atoms, and the bond dissociation energy is 104 kilocalories per mole. The molecules are very stable and dissociate into atoms only under extreme conditions. The product obtained as a result of the dissociation of the molecular hydrogen is known as atomic hydrogen. This is the point which I have discussed right now. The molecules H2 is quite stable, and if we have to break it first, we need extreme conditions, and along with the extreme conditions we need this amount of energy, which is the bond dissociation energy of the hydrogen molecule, that is 104 kilocalories per mole. And when this is provided to the molecular hydrogen, it dissociates into atomic hydrogen. These atoms have very short life and quickly combine together to form a molecule again. The lifespan, the lifetime of the H plus ion is actually very small. Yeah, you can say the lifetime of the atomic hydrogen is very short. It easily recombine with the other hydrogen atom to form the molecular hydrogen again. Okay, students, see in this slide how the molecular hydrogen is used for the preparation of the atomic hydrogen. In these two equations, I'll tell you actually. In the first equation, as you can see, the molecular hydrogen, when is provided 104 kilocalories per mole of energy, then molecular hydrogen breaks into atomic hydrogen. Same molecular hydrogen can also be decomposed into atomic hydrogen by passing the electric current through hydrogen molecule, or by passing hydrogen current at from the molecular hydrogen at a reduced pressure. Pressure taken is 1 millimeter to 0.1 millimeter pressure. This is enough to break the molecular hydrogen into atomic hydrogen. Okay, students, in this slide, I want to tell you about the reactivity of the atomic hydrogen, and I want to tell you that atomic hydrogen is very reactive comparatively to the molecular hydrogen, and it at once reacts with many elements and form the binary products. The reactivity of that atomic hydrogen is greater than molecular hydrogen. Why? This is the reason in question also. So the reason is atomic hydrogen is much more reactive than molecular hydrogen. Expected reaction of the molecular hydrogens are those in which more than 104 kilocalorie per mole are evolved per 2 gram atom of the hydrogens. So reaction producing less than this energy will not take place spontaneously. That's why reaction of the atomic hydrogen takes place at an ordinary temperature. What does it mean? It means that when a molecular hydrogen is reacted with any other element, first the bond between the hydrogen molecule is to be break. For this 104 kilocalorie per mole energy is required. So that's why molecular hydrogen reacts slowly comparatively to the atomic hydrogen. In this slide, I want to show you the chemical properties of the atomic hydrogen. This is a very important property of the atomic hydrogen actually. It is acting as a reducing agent. What is the function of the reducing agent? Actually, you can see these two are the metal oxide. You can see copper oxide here, and you can see lead oxide here. And in both of these two reactions, you can see the atomic hydrogen is behaving as a reducing agent here. In this equation, it is also behaving as a reducing agent. So what is the function of the reducing agent here? Reducing agent function is to reduce the metal oxide into free metal. You can see the copper oxide is reduced into copper, while hydrogen itself oxidizes into water. In this reaction, you can see also lead oxide is again a metallic oxide. When atomic hydrogen reacts with lead oxide, it reduces the metallic oxide into metal. Here I have used the capital B, which is not actually capital B. This is small like this, and again hydrogen itself oxidized by the gain of the oxygen. Acha, this is the another equation. Last one you can see here, the silver chloride, and this is atomic hydrogen. In this reaction, hydrogen also behave as a reducing agent. How? Because silver before the reaction is +1, and after the reaction you can see the silver sets free as a free metal, so there is a zero oxidation state on it, so there is a reduction in the oxidation state from positive to zero. So that's why we can say that case silver is reduced. Who have done this? Definitely atomic hydrogen, because atomic hydrogen itself oxidizes, because before the reaction it was 0 and after the reaction it become +1. So that's how here atomic hydrogen is behaving as a reducing agent. It's a very important property of the atomic hydrogen. Okay, students, see the next slide. In this slide, I am going to show you the chemical properties of the atomic hydrogen and reaction with different metal, non-metal. Mostly in this slide, there are non-metals like phosphorus. In the first reaction, you can see phosphorus is reacting with 3 atoms of the hydrogen, atomic hydrogen, and it is producing phosphine gas. In the next reaction, atomic hydrogen is reacting with the oxygen gas molecule, and the product is H2O2, which is called as hydrogen peroxide. In the third reaction, you can see atomic hydrogen is going to be reacted with sulfur, and it is forming hydrogen sulfide gas. And the last reaction with chlorine. In this reaction, you can see chlorine is reacted with atomic hydrogen, and the product is hydrogen chloride gas. In this slide, you can see the reaction of the molecular hydrogen with oxygen. When molecular hydrogen react with oxygen, it is forming water as a product. Okay, student, now see the uses of the atomic hydrogen. Atomic hydrogen is used to produce atomic hydrogen torch to attain a temperature of 4000 to 5000 degrees centigrade. And this torch is actually employed in welding aluminum alloys, high chromium and nickel steel also. In this slide, I want to tell you about the nascent hydrogen. What nascent hydrogen is mostly, let's see the definition first of all. Hydrogen sets free at the time of its generation from its compound is also in the atomic form, and it is commonly called as nascent hydrogen. And the meaning of the nascent hydrogen is newly born. Why it is called as newly born? Because it is freshly produced, it is freshly generated during a reaction. You can see the example of it. When zinc is going to be reacted with hydrochloric acid, the product is zinc chloride along with nascent hydrogen. You can see nascent hydrogen in the square bracket. This is again in the atomic form and it's quite reactive. Okay, student, that's all. Prepare this topic for section B question of 4 marks. Mostly note on this topic is coming in the previous paper. So prepare this topic for the short questions. Thank you.